Hi, guys. This is Brianna Gilpin with DS News and M Report. Right now, we're sitting down with Dave Worrall of Loan Care. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
So, you just got done with the servicing lab. Tell me, what the big takeaways were, the things that our DS News and M Report readers really need to know.
Yeah, it was an interesting conversation in that the subject of the panel was about where servicing's going in the next year. It was interesting because there was some, lack of gusto because of the hurricanes. Where I think had conditions been different, everybody would have been excited to talk about what's to come in 2018. Servicers as a whole, I think, are thinking very much about just how to get through the after effects of the hurricanes.
Absolutely, and I think that brings up a good topic because actually our president and CEO yesterday at Delgado was talking about how we might be seeing a few little micro bubbles, little regional micro bubbles, especially, in the Houston area whenever this moratorium is done. Kind of what are your thoughts on that?
Okay. I was going to say I completely agree with that statement, and it's hard not to expect that when you've seen the micro bubbles before. When you see home prices have a positive trajectory like they have for such an extended period of time, it can't go on forever, unfortunately, and when it corrects, there are going to be people who get hurt. And so I think that was a great observation by Ed. Now, certainly, I think the areas affected by the hurricane are a completely different situation than some of the regional areas that haven't been affected by that kind of a disaster. And so the housing dynamics in a market like Houston, I think for the next couple of years are going to be very different than one unaffected, just because we'll see rentals increase or rental prices increase as people look for temporary solutions to housing. Certainly the builder market's going to be an interesting thing to watch in both Florida and Texas. So just a lot of movement because of the hurricanes.
Right. So what should servicers be looking to do or be preparing themselves for all of this?
Well, what you immediately jump to when you have two major hurricanes in such a short period of time, and then you have a succession of hurricanes following them, and I hope that doesn't become the next story. But what you immediately jump to as a servicer is that perhaps these kind of major disasters are not exceptions anymore, and that's something that we need to come to expect more frequently every hurricane season. And so I think servicers have benefited from the fact that Katrina was such a large event. It created a lot of process and policy that servicers are using to deal with Harvey and Irma. And I think Harvey and Irma are going to be a good drill for whatever disaster comes next. And servicers need to use it as that, not just, I'm going to get through this project and then I'm going to put everything in a drawer and forget about it. It's, I'm going to develop good policies, good procedures, put the right teams in place, and use all that so that if this happens again, and I certainly hope it doesn't next summer, that we have a better response. Yeah.